Most symbols are designed, logos, colors, taglines, carefully chosen, countlessly tested. But the symbols that change culture, they don't start in a branding workshop, they start in a feeling. A single moment in 2016 turned a color into a promise and a promise into a language. Some brands spend millions trying to engineer this level of connection. BTS did it with one sentence. This is Rinverse Lab, where we translate entertainment industry's magic into marketing strategy. Here we break down pop culture, film, TV, and fandoms to understand how stories build loyalty, identity, and community, and how creators and brands in any industry can use the same principles. I'm Rin. I'm a media researcher and storyteller with a master's in media, popular culture, and the public sphere. Today we are going deep into how BTS turned purple into a global language and what that actually teaches us about building symbols that people care about. We will look at the moment the sentence "I purple you" began, the psychology and culture that made it powerful, and the structure you can use as a creator or brand if you want your own symbols to mean something beyond the aesthetics. The group is standing on stage in front of thousands of fans. V takes the mic, looks out at the crowd and says, "Do you know what purple means? It's the last color of the rainbow, so it means I will trust and love you for a long time." In that moment, "I purple you" was born. In Korean, Bora means purple. He means to do, to make, to express. Put together, Bora He became more than a sentence. It became a promise. I will trust you, I will love you, I will stay with you for a long time. This is important. We didn't pick a random color and glue meaning onto it. The trust and loyalty between BTS and ARMY existed already. He didn't invent a feeling, he articulated one. And when a symbol emerges from a truth that community already feels, people recognize themselves inside it immediately. Most brand symbols fail because they are built backwards. The team chooses a shape, a color, a phrase, and then tries to assign meaning afterwards. I Purple You did the opposite. The meaning, long-term love, trust, emotional safety, was already there in the relationship between BTS and ARMY. Purple simply became the container that held it. In semiotic terms, the feeling existed before the sign, and when that happens, a symbol doesn't have to fight for acceptance. It lands like recognition. A symbol doesn't spread just because it's poetic. It spreads because the environment is ready for it. By 2016, BTS and ARMY had already lived through years of hardship together. Criticism, uncertainty, the feeling of being outsiders. That history built a shared emotional baseline. Their message over time had been incredibly consistent. You matter, you are not alone, your feelings are valid, we are in this together. They also had high-frequency emotional contact, late-night live streams, handwritten letters, behind-the-scenes footage that felt more like diary entries than PR. Fans didn't just consume content, they felt in relationship with real people. On top of that, the fandom was already behaving like a community. They organized streaming parties, they created charity projects under BTS's name. So when we added purple to that word, he wasn't planting a seed in a dry ground. He was dropping it into soil that had been watered for years. A memory by itself is fragile. It fades unless something protects it. Fans clipped the video, they shared the code, they translated it, subtitled it, posted it, turned it into art, fan projects, captions. They told each other where they were when they first heard it. Every retelling turned that one sentence in Seoul into a shared emotional landmark. After that, every time purple appeared on army bombs, banners, album design, emojis, it didn't show up as a neutral color. It pulled that landmark back into view. First there was a moment, then there was a memory, and over time the memory transformed into meaning. On the surface, purple is just a color, but our brains don't treat it that way. When your nervous system repeatedly encounters a cue in emotionally safe situations, it starts to mark that cue as safe. For ARMY, purple kept appearing in moments of connection, comfort, and celebration. Concerts, live streams, letters, brand collaborations that felt aligned rather than exploitative. Eventually, seeing purple didn't just remind them of BTS, it calmed them. Symbols grow stronger when they live inside stories, not just on surface. BTS and ARMY don't just share music, they share a mythology. There is the origin story, a small group from a smaller company told they wouldn't make it. There is the chosen family dynamic, 7 distinct personalities that function almost like archetypes. There are the recurring themes, self-love, mental health, youth, growth, resilience. There is a whole universe of references. Lyrics, inside jokes, narrative threads. Most brands compete on visibility and novelty. BTS competes on emotional safety. When you listen to them, watch them, or show up in that purple ocean, you know what emotional atmosphere you are entering. You are not guessing what version of them you will get today. That kind of consistency is rare in modern culture. Everything else is shifting. Platforms, algorithms, trends. Purple became a constant, a quiet reminder. This relationship is stable. That's the real competitive advantage, not the color itself, but the emotional predictability that color came to represent. So what do you do with all of this? If you are a creator, a marketer, a brand, and you don't have 7 global superstars and a stadium of light sticks, the lesson isn't pick a color and hope. The lesson is structure. First, start with truth, not aesthetics. Don't ask what symbols should we use. Ask what do our people already feel that we haven't put into words yet. You are not inventing meaning, you are uncovering it. Second, create moments where that truth is spoken clearly. It could be a line in a speech, a manifesto, a product launch, a letter to your community, but it has to feel human, not engineered. Third, protect those moments by turning them into shared memory. Repeat the phrase, show the clip, invite your audience to respond, reinterpret, remix it in their own voice. Repetition is how emotions become stories. Fourth, attach that meaning to something simple and repeatable. A color, a symbol, a gesture, a phrase, something people can use without your permission. Fifth, be emotionally consistent. If the symbol is supposed to mean safety, you have to keep showing up in ways that feel safe. If it's supposed to mean courage, you have to keep honoring courage. The symbol cannot do the work if your behavior contradicts it. And finally, give it room to grow beyond you. The real power begins when your community starts using that symbol in contexts you don't script. That's when it stops being a campaign and starts becoming culture. One unscripted moment in 2016 turned into a symbol that can light up cities. A color became a promise became a language became home for millions of people who needed somewhere to put their feelings. I Purple You wasn't a clever tactic. It was an honest sentence spoken into a relationship that was ready to hold it. That's the real lesson. Symbols don't become powerful because we designed them beautifully. They become powerful because they reveal something true, and we keep returning to that truth together. If you enjoyed this breakdown, go watch the first video on this channel where I explain exactly what Rinverse Lab is and how we are building a community for marketers, creators, and curious storytellers. See you in the next one. Until then, keep believing.